Speaking of games, this is the last one I'll talk about because a lot of people have been revisiting our YouTube channel, specifically the Trails from Zero video, and just typing in comments like, dude, are you playing Trails to Azure? What do you think of it? Can't wait for your review. How are you like? I'm like, I'm playing it. Give me a break. This is going to take me a while because I keep getting distracted by the stupid fishing and all the side quests in Trails to Azure. Y'all, let me tell you, what I've come to really love about these games is the first games in the arcs. It's all about world building, getting you connected to the characters, teaching you about the world, the different things going on, getting you introduced to all these different things that are going on in the world, kind of slow cook all these things to have just a bit of an explosive ending, right? And then once they get you in the second game, like, okay, we got all that introductory crap out of the way. We're just going to just remove the brakes from the vehicle and just have you go full speed ahead. And it's like, okay, here we go. Whoa, we're going. And man, the way that this game starts with you hunting down a member of the cult that made its appearance in the last game and just where that goes and how it ends, it's just, oh my gosh. It's funny. There's a very loud car that just drove by. It's like, yeah, that's about how the introduction of this game was. It was very explosive, very loud. Man, I can't spoil anything, but I will say that if you have played Trails in the Sky, all three leading up to these games, there's so many characters that come back from that series that you are going to be giddy as all get out. One of my favorite characters that you play as in Trails 3 is one, actually is the main character, shows up at the intro of this game, and I lost it. I was like slapping my desk, clapping. I was like, let's go, my boys here. We are good. You know, it's and I can tell he's going to have a more key role in this game. And I'm just like, that's what I'm here for. You get a car at the start of this game. Why? I don't know. You don't really need it. But at the same time, I'm like, exhibit pimp my ride, good sir. Put it in the garage. Let me customize this thing, because you can customize it with different colors and all sorts of things. And you have new characters coming into the party and recurring characters coming back and just super just dope anime ways where it's like, yes, it's just Trails to Azure is freaking awesome. It's a good time. I'm going to put this out as a clip, and that's really all I have to say about the game. It's really good. I'm only like a chapter and a half to 2 chapters in, and it's just, it's good. It's really stinking good. I will say this: if you only have PlayStation, right, and you want to get in these games, you're going to have to start with Trails from Zero, right? Despite what stupid people on Twitter were flipping out about, because they're like, oh my gosh, you made 3 videos talking about playing in Trails in the Sky first. I'm like, yeah, the dude's asking PlayStation, though. You know, it's fine to start with Trails from Zero. If you can, try to start with Trails in the Sky. But if you can't, Trails from Zero is a good starting point. You are going to miss out on some of the cool reveals because you're like, okay, who's this character? Should I be excited? You know, Logan was excited. He was flipping out, doing cartwheels, jumping on the couch like Tom Cruise was back in the Oprah days. You know, you're going to have that. You're going to miss out on that stuff. But it's fine to start there because it's just the world building, the writing, the combat, just it's really good. Especially if you like Brandon Sanderson and that level of world building, play these games. Just do it.
So help me out here, Logan. I'm sitting here on Steam watching the trailer for Trails to Azure. Is this a remake of an old Trails game, or is this brand new?
Trails to Azure originally released on the PSP, if I remember correctly, and this is a remaster of that with some quality of life improvements. So much like what they did with Trails from Zero, they added in a button that you can press and it pulls up like the text log of what was previously said. Fast forward. You have
where is this in the Legend of Heroes or Trails to like timeline, or like what order is this in the game?
So this is where you're going to have to ask someone a little more well-versed on it, because this ties into another video game series that I can't remember the name of. I want to say it's like Panzer Dragoon, but I'm thinking of Nier Automata, ties in with that. But technically, if you're speaking of like Legend of Heroes, this, from my perspective, this is the 5th game in the series, because you have Trails in the Sky first and second chapter, then the 3rd, then Trails from Zero, then Trails to Azure. So this is like the 5th one in that particular lineup. So, and then from here you go to the next 4 Cold Seal games, and then you go into Trails into Reverie, and then another game. I mean, this is a really huge series that they are still making.
How long are these games?
They're JRPGs, so they
Well, I know
can.
that, but, like, are they, like, 40 or, like, 80 hours?
You're gonna be closer to the 60 to 80 hour mark with
Man.
these.
Okay.
The first chapter of Trails, I beat that in 40 hours, and then Trails 2 or Trails in the Sky 2 and 3 took me like 50 to 60. Trails from Zero took me around 50 hours. So I mean, they're again, if you don't have the time for them, you know, you're not gonna have the time for them. But
Yeah.
they are long games. They are long
Okay.
games, but they're
Cool.
worth it. They're
Yeah.
worth it.
This trailer looks awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's just, oh, dude, just oh my gosh, and then the way that they do the combo, oh my gosh, yeah, the game is really stinking good. I'm loving it, but again, I keep getting sidetracked because
Not right
you know,
now. At some point, I need you to like. We need to sit down for 10 minutes and do. I need you to do like a Logan's JRPG series ranking
let's do
for
this.
me, or like
Yes,
do a YouTube video or something
yes,
like
yes.
number five, whatever the heck, Dragon Quest, number four, Final
Mm,
Fantasy, number three, Legend of
mm,
Hero, whatever it is. I don't know what it is, but
yeah,
I need you to do like a
mm,
top five or top seven or whatever it is
mm,
for you, like favorite
I love
JRPG
it.
series, because I'm so being on the show with you.
Mhm,
Like I've talked about in the past, I'm such a casual JRPG fan. I'm
yeah,
realizing, and you're such a deeper JRPG, and I want to. I'm just so intimidated by these series that are
yeah,
so big.
yeah,
So if I had like, okay, Persona, I
mhm,
would like, okay, maybe I'll jump into this series and try this one out. I don't
yeah.
know.
Yeah, man. I love that idea. I might do that. That'd be a great idea. That might be a summer thing I do when I have more time and I can get back
Okay,
to making videos more regularly instead of what I've got now. But yeah, man, that would be really cool. I'm already
yeah.
thinking of so many games
I
that I
would
could
I
talk
would
about.
definitely watch that video. I think that would be a
Yeah,
really good video topic,
I
idea,
need to.
whatever.
I have a few friends that have played some JRPGs that I haven't played. Maybe I'll pull them into it so they can talk about those. Like the games like oh, what's that one? That was on the PlayStation. Vagrant Story is one I've missed out on. I don't need to get into all
Mhm.
that here, but I mean, there's so many I've missed out, and I can pull those
Yeah, a
friends
lot
in.
of lot of one-offs, but I'm thinking
Yeah.
more series, like
Oh, okay.
long-standing series as JRPG series. And maybe there's not that many,
Yeah.
but, anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll have to get into that. It'll be really good. But man, this is just we'll get into it a little bit later. But dude, like JRPG fans, we are eating so stinking good, and like it. We're gonna get into it a little bit later with Live Alive. Just oh my gosh,
Mhm.
dude.
Yeah.
Again, this is such a good time to be a gamer. We have so many good games to just play. And man, if you're just getting into gaming for the first time, like within the last year, oh my gosh, dude, it's wild. But yeah, so Trails to Azure, loving it. I'm looking forward to getting more time into it after I finish Resident Evil 4. That kind of came out, and I was just like, okay, let me put Trails to Azure on pause so I can play this. And man, it's a good time. It's a good time.